Namaskar, everyone. Welcome to Unscripted with Pari. I thank you for choosing to watch Unscripted with social entrepreneurs. Social entrepreneurship is entrepreneurship with a social cause. Today, we have two incredible personalities who chose to dedicate themselves to the empowerment of women of Bharat. We have with us founder and co founder of She Power Project, a not for profit social organization. Their mission statement reads like this: building confident women through knowledge, support, and meaningful social action. We have Alpana Bharti ji, a social activist, founder, She Power Project. We also have with us Apurva Srivastav ji, also a social activist, co-founder of the She Power Project. I welcome you both to Unscripted. I hope we can have a truly unscripted and honest conversation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Parikshit, for having us here. And unscripted is what we do. And because when there is honesty and transparency, you don't need any script or anything else. Because we are working for humanity. Of course, because women comes at the last ladder of that humanity, so we are automatically working for them. But other than that, we are working against injustice of any kind, and to help those people who really need help, be it men or women.
Thanks, Pari. Thank you so much for inviting us. And it is, whenever we meet, it's always a pleasure talking to you about the social change that we can bring together. We are social entrepreneurs, and we have dedicated our life for the social causes. But other than that, everybody who is working towards it, like you are making a podcast and highlighting our work, you are also benefiting the society because you are highlighting the work of all those social activists, social workers, and entrepreneurs who are thinking and dedicating their life for social causes. And a very good theme that you are always going for unscripted ones, because there is no point in preparing the script and preparing our speech whenever if you are working for the creator of this earth, creator of us, and for the society, because whatever we are doing, it's from bottom of our heart and soul, and it has to be unscripted. So yes.
Yes.
Glad we are here.
Thank you so much. I think we'll have an excellent conversation. I request Alpana ji first to introduce yourself, your childhood, your education, your experience, so that way our viewers, can understand, where you're coming from. And after Alpana ji, please Apurva ji, you also please introduce.
Actually, this is a good question because whatever I'm doing, it is started from my childhood, and the root was, of course, my family. So I come from a family where my grandfathers, my uncles, they have fought against British. They were freedom fighters, and they went to jail to make India a free country. And one of my Tauji, he was the leader of Sarvodaya, national leader, and he have worked with Vinoba Bhaveji and participated in Bhudan Andolan. So I come from that family. My father, he was a proficient advocate, but he also devoted his life. He left his profession. He stopped. He quit the profession of lawyer, and he dedicated his life to the villages of Uttar Pradesh, Muzaffarnagar, and he transformed. He worked in the village. He empowered those poor men and women of those area. He taught them what is their civil rights, what is their constitutional right, what is their legal rights, and how to fight against injustice of all area of life. And this way he empowered 50 of the village and 10 more than 10,000 of women across that area of western Uttar Pradesh near Muzaffarnagar. His name is Mr. Manesh Kumar Gupta, advocate. I come from that kind of family. I got married to a IS officer who was very honest, and it was Auntie Dowry Mary, and Sundarlal Bahugana ji came into our marriage. He attended for 7 days, and the marriage happened in temple in those days where Dowry in Western Uttar Pradesh, Dowry is a big deal, and when it comes to IS officer, and because he could not adjust himself with the system, corrupt system, I should say, we got 5 transfers in 9 years of his IS service. He also quit, and now he's running his own IT company and rearing our children together. So I come from that kind of background. So of course, I also wanted to devote my life to the service of social society. Before that, a very different point from all these things, that I became very spiritual, and I found out that until unless you don't find the cause of your soul, until unless you don't find that purpose for what you have born on this, you were born on this earth, you cannot do justice with your life, you cannot do justice with your existence on earth. So first, all human beings, they are supposed to find the meaning, the purpose of their birth through knowing their soul, through knowing their creator. uh, uh, Whichever way they want to pursue, there are many ways to find that one truth. So be it can be anything, but first the whole pursuit of finding that truth should be the prime cause of the human, any human's life. Yes. So I found out that, and I found out that God wants me certain things to do, and for that I just need to be ready, and whatever and whenever I would be needing anything on this earth to fulfill that sole purpose, I'll be bestowed, I'll be entitled to that with the will of God. So this is very important aspect of my life, that I'm very spiritual. I, in my mind, I work every moment for God, and whatever I do for the society, for the sake of society, for the sake of women, it comes first, it comes from there, and then I perform.
Please.
Okay, so I'll start with my background a little bit. So, yes, I started my journey as a corporate person, and I did my research from IIT Kanpur, did my master's in biotechnology, and also then MBA, because that search was continuously on. What am I doing here on earth? What is my purpose? So I was never satisfied with any kind of job I was into. So it was always that search and thirst there. What is next? What am I doing here? And I, maybe there's something else that I have to do. Then all of a sudden, that thought of meaning of life came into my existence. Ki what is the meaning? What is the reason of my birth? And I should try to find it out. And then one day I prayed to God that I need a mentor, I need a guide, because without this guide, I will be lost on earth. So, and I am not able to find a purpose on my on this earth. However, I had a good job, I had a family, everything was there, everything was fine. So there was something there always. But I thought that is part of life. Maybe I am not happy with myself, and that is why I'm not able to find happiness anywhere else. So first, that contentment I needed with my existence. From there, I just kept asking God, and then after probably 2 years, then when that thirst happened, I met Alpana. And by that time, I was done with my 10 years of service in corporate sector. I came back from US, and I was in Seattle. I came back to Hyderabad, and she was my neighbor. And when I met her, I saw her what kind of work she was doing. She was highly spiritual, and since I was lost, I needed a guru, I needed a mentor, I needed a teacher who can tell me the meaning and purpose. And that is how she showed me that service to mankind, service to creator is the best service that we can do. But before that, we have to find ourselves. So that is how she taught me everything. And then we together started working for She Power. She showed me all her work that was there in villages. She showed me all the work. I stayed in the village where her father was working, saw all that work that was happening. So they had transformed 50 villages, and all that transformation was incredible transformation. And those women who were daily wage workers were challenging the system. So that kind of work, when I saw, I thought ki these unprivileged women, if they can bring so much change, then privileged women like us who have the privilege of education can do wonders if they are united, and if they can get courage and support system. So together then we formed this She Power platform. That is how the work is started. That is how we started working together.
And because earlier it was niche to a specific place of near Muzaffarnagar, to scale it up to entire India, we founded this mobile app, which is recently launched by Health Minister.
I wanted to bring it straight to the point of the She Power project. How is it that even after so much work, that these gaps still exist? That we still need a She Power project today? And I believe, I'm not saying that it is not. I think it is even more so, than in the past. How is it that these gaps are still being created. If you can give us some insight. Yes.
Because the intention is important, Parikshit.
Okay.
Whatever we are doing, behind that, what is the intention? With
Okay.
what intention? Are you doing this for power? Are you doing this for
Pity on women,
pity, or you are doing just because for the sake of equality? No.
or
There's
you are
nothing-
worshipping women.
Yes, नहीं, for on those 9 days you will worship women. और जैसे ही वो 9 days over होते हैं, आप बोलते हो कि why, मतलब उसको
We should
औरत
have
को तो
pity on
हाँ,
women.
औरत
We
को तो
should
ये
not have
करना
pity
चाहिए,
on women.
ये नहीं
We
करना
should
चाहिए.
we should understand that they are so their existence is so essential for the good of
Yes.
this earth. We have to bring that back.
And our Rishi Munis used to always preserve that power of women. That is why women were involved in everything. Be it वेद की रचना हो, चाहे उपनिषद की रचना हो,
यज्ञ हो,
everywhere women power was there because शक्ति या नेचर, हर चीज वो फेमिनिन एनर्जी से बनी है, जो कि नर्चर करती है, जो लाइफ लेकर आती है. अगर वही सप्रेस हो जाएगा, तो जो आप देख रहे हो, हर तरफ बीमारी, हर तरफ
Chaos.
मैकेनिकल केओस, रोबोटिक, हर चीज, लाइफ खत्म हो जाएगी. सो ऑन अर्थ लाइफ डिमिनिश हो रही है, लाइफ खत्म हो रही है, जस्ट बिकॉज कि हमें ये लगता है कि men alone can do it, but it is not like that. जो शक्ति और शिव की दोनों की जो टुगेदर एक उसको एनर्जी है, वो कंप्लीट होकर ही अर्थ जिंदा रह सकती है, अर्थ में लाइफ आ सकती है. लेकिन लोग ओवर द पीरियड ये भूल गए, जस्ट बिकॉज दे वांटेड पावर ऑन वुमेन. तो वुमेन को उन्होंने सोचा कि अगर उनको डिफीट करेंगे, उनको डिमिनिश करेंगे, उनको डिमोरलाइज करेंगे, तो वो ज्यादा पावरफुल फील कर पाएंगे. और इसी वजह से वुमेन सप्रेस होती चली गई, और फिर वुमेन को भी सप्रेस करना चालू किया, क्योंकि उसको लगता था कि अगर
Because they were afraid.
उनको लगता था कि अगर हम नहीं करेंगे तो घर में शांति नहीं बन पाएगी. सो टू मेंटेन द पीस दे आल्सो सपोर्टेड दोज मेन हु वर पावर हंग्री. सो उसकी वजह से खत्म होता गया. अब उसके बाद आप कोई भी पॉलिसी लेकर आओ, कुछ भी लेकर आओ, बट उसमें लाइफ कहाँ है, उसमें इंटेंशन कहाँ है? एवरीथिंग इज मिसिंग. सो इंटेंशन कैरीज एनर्जी, इंटेंशन कैरीज वाइब्रेशन. कोई भी आप चीज लेकर आ रहे हो, कोई भी पॉलिसी लेकर आ रहे हो, कोई प्रोजेक्ट लेकर आ रहे हो, सही इंटेंशन के साथ नहीं आएगा, इट विल नेवर फ्लरिश. तो दैट इज वाई अभी तक नहीं फ्लरिश कर पाया है. वी आर कमिंग विद दैट स्पिरिचुअल पावर, with the right intention we are coming, and we are very sure is she power ke through we will again establish that power of feminine energy.
She power is going to be a big movement.
Yes.
Whoever listens about our she power, they said that this is not a project or organization. This is a movement.
You're saying that because the intention was not right, it was never able to really succeed.
Yes.
So what is she power actually doing now? So to get into the nitty-gritty of it, to be able to understand exactly the on the ground realities of what is transpiring as a part of this project, if you can get us into the details of.
So the mission, like we said, evolution of women as leaders, that is our mission. And we are creating an ecosystem of women. So women power, she power is an ecosystem that we are trying to create for women, where she will be able to learn from each other, share the energy from each other. We are bringing privileged and underprivileged together on one platform, because we understand that nobody is complete. And if we see privileged women have a class, education, they have a privilege of money, while underprivileged, they have courage, they have voice. So we have seen, because we have been running a grassroots level movement for last 40 years, we have seen that compared to privileged one, the women in cities, women in village and on grassroots, they are more courageous. They don't have any inhibitions, and they are fearless, and they are not worried about what people will say about them. So those strings are not there. So while when we compare those with women who are in the cities, they have all those strings attached, and that is why even if they are facing atrocities, they are not able to raise their voice because of the fear of system, society, family, judgment. So all those are there. So in She Power, we have created that ecosystem where privileged one, underprivileged one are coming together. They are coming login as leaders or login as leaders, and as
Citizen
again
as-
citizen and leaders. When they are leader, they can be a counselor or they can be an SOS leader. So we have emergency support, which we call SOS, for the safety of women. So we have created that particular feature. This is absolutely for women and by the women. So we have face authentication also. I'm talking
Yes.
about the She Power app here.
Correct,
Okay?
correct.
She Power on a grassroots level is a project where we are doing number of other activities, be it counseling we conduct seminars, workshops on a grassroots level. We collaborate with colleges. We are conducting lots of healthcare camps in collaboration with the doctors, nursing homes, and hospitals. We are collaborating with law colleges to get the legal aid volunteers for women in need. We are conducting again seminars for women who need financial support, financial understanding, financial education, for financial independence. We are also doing skill development programs for women who need skills, so that they are ready for the job readiness. And
Okay.
recently we have launched employment possibilities also for women. So with
self-defense.
yes, we are also collaborating with self-defense agencies, which are teaching self-defense, which are giving self-defense training to these women.
It's like these are like 72 hours self defense training. Like if you are going alone and if you are in some situation, those are the basics moves that a girl can save herself
Yes.
from her predator and
Yes. So
attacker.
that is what we are doing in collaboration. So when we say ki, are you doing? No, we are doing it together. We always say, people ask us, how big is your team? We say we just us, two of us, and everybody else is a volunteer. So we are not and we do not have that idea. We do not believe in idea of making team or an organization per se,
Because
we,
it will limit ourselves.
Yes. So if we are working through
We are open to
volunteers,
everyone, and everyone is like wants to support our movement. So
they are
we
team.
too started. My father started then I joined, then she joined, and then now to many organizations of across the India, be it from Manipur, Tamil Nadu, Kashmir, they have joined hands. And they are the person, and even we are the person. We don't recognize. We don't want any recognition. We don't want any name or something. If the work is doing, the women are getting into power, that's the most happiest moment for us.
Yes.
That's what we want.
And
That's
when we talk about power, the power should be from within, right?
that courage.
Like courage is there, because women, if we see, we're sitting in the parliament also, we can't call them courageous enough. We don't call them powerful, because you are just a puppet of one party. How are you showing the courage? The courage is shown in those women who are sitting in the villages. They are daily wage workers. Morning 6 to 2, they do their daily work job, getting 30 or 50 rupees a day. And in the second half, they go to government hospitals, they go to ration dealers, they go to those construction sites and see whether there is corruption happening or the work is getting rightly done or not. They do not have any.
They just
power.
become the vigilant citizens. That is the courage they are having.
Power we talk about when we talk about power. We are not talking about any authority or the position that you are holding. No, that is not power.
So village, so in the like Meitei language of Manipur, Assam, and then Tibetan language of Ladakh, and then Malayalam from Kerala, and all those remote languages. So you can operate this app in those
Yes.
local languages.
Because we have an
That's
app, right? When somebody signs up as a citizen and they want immediate help, right? So you must have some use cases. I think we are about 1 month into the launch of the app, right? So you should be able to see traction. You must be able to get some, data, mining and data insights that you may have seen. What kind of demographics are we really seeing? Just
So
going
we can tell about the pilot project, because the data we have of that pilot project we have run. We have run in the area of Nagpur,
Mhm.
and of course Western UP. So the data we have, like you tell them, you explain
Yeah.
all the data.
I'll tell you how this works first. Okay. So SOS feature is a separate feature inside the app, apart from other features that we already have. Be it social engagement is one, like Instagram or Facebook, where you can find the leaders nearby. So we have location tracker where you can find your nearest leader. When we talk about leaders, they can be skill specific leaders, industry specific leaders. For example, if a girl wants to, in any village, remote area, they want to be a doctor, so they can take free consultation, free counseling from those leaders. Then we have SOS leader, which can only sign up only after proper KYC done on them. So they should have experience of working in any NGO, or they should have a proper experience as a social activist, where they should also show their work working as a leader in that particular area. Okay, so that a woman who is living in that area, and through location tracker, if she is in any kind of emergency, she can find who all leaders are in her vicinity. So that is the thing that we are providing through this app. Now coming to SOS.
That feature can be very useful because women may not be able to talk to
Yes.
anybody. Yes.
Yes.
Right. So that was one of our use cases
Very
where
nice.
we identified that women, even if any kind of violence is happening in their homes, also, a girl child is not able to express properly to her own mother, because that doubt is always there that that is the guilt, that she will be blamed for it. And in that scenario, there is no way out, and her entire childhood is suffered, right? So we are providing that kind of support system where if she's has the access to her app, she would be able to get the counseling, or at least some suggestion, some information, some insight about how she can deal with the issue from the expert person, who is again a woman. So that was very much required, and then it is kept very secret, very private. That is a very private discussion that happens between the two. And if in case there is a need of police, our legal system is involved, then also our sheep, our leaders acts as guardian. Okay. And for example, there is a recent issue of cyber crime, I want to tell you. So we go to these colleges, all these colleges where we conduct our seminars. Okay. And we tell them that in any case, if you want any support, you can reach out to us for any emergency or any kind of situation where you feel that you are alone. So in one day, a girl called, and she was going through suffering a cyber crime issue, where she was the minor, 17-year-old, and the man who was blackmailing her was 24 years old.
No, he posted himself
As 24. She wasn't sure how old he was. She told
he was 50-year-old, more
he
than
looked
50.
he looked much elder. And then she also told he is blackmailing with her own pictures that she shared over the conversation, and they were absolutely normal. But he is now blackmailing that he would show these pictures to her family, and her life will be spoiled. Now this girl was coming from a village where sending a girl to the hostel was again a difficult thing. And she told us that if this continues and I'm not able to understand how can I deal with it, I cannot tell this to my parents also. So there we acted as guardian. We contacted the police, we contacted the cyber crime department, and very senior officials, Miss Shikha Goel directly, who's DIG. We contacted her. She
She put her entire team on
team
task.
on task.
She was so helping, so
Very helpful.
understanding,
Yes.
and instantly she acted. Like through
Yeah.
your channel, we would like to tell everyone Shikha Goel as cybercrime police
Yeah.
and as against crime,
Sure.
she's doing the wonderful job,
job.
and that too with the touch of humanity and understanding. That is something remarkable
And on
about
such
her.
position, on such senior position, she within seconds she responds.
Yes.
That is the beauty. On WhatsApp message, she is
With the
responding.
touch of humanity.
So then that we acted as a guardian, and that is how we attended all the calls from the police, even the visitation to the police station. Everything was done, and that issue got resolved. They even asked whether you want to keep the identity of the girl private. Yes, we want that. If you want to take it on a legal level where you want to file a case, that is also possible. But consent was important here. So consent was taken from a girl, on what level she wants to go. So that is
That kind of
something.
trust we are able to give our youngsters.
Yes.
And that kind of trust is actually, instead of teaching them what is right and what is wrong, so we just tell that we are here to support unconditionally on whatever level you want, we are there. So I think that is something makes them courageous. And now that girl, she is coming into open, and now she is telling everyone about his
That
story.
use case, that use case is in a nutshell. It explains exactly what Sheepar project can help with. Because I think even though there may be many other features to the app,
Yeah.
I think that in itself, it says what, you can have a trusted network
Yeah.
of women
Yes.
who are already experienced, who know exactly what to do. And you mentioned Shika Goyalji also, who was able to. And I think that's exactly the kind of. And I think this probably only happens in Bharat also, wherein once they find a damsel in distress, and the entire society, basically comes together and tries to kind of do justice. So I first of all, thank you for sharing that, and I hope our viewers are able to understand what exactly the Sheepar project and the Sheepar app is providing as features within it. And soon I'm sure you should be able to share it with your network of friends and family and women who may be affected. We don't have to, I think this may be a little subtle because not everybody says it. And
Yeah.
I think there may be a little bit of a privacy wherein, like, you're not saying it but you're also saying it, like, yeah, you have you checked this app out, right? And then then a couple of days later, send another video message saying that this is how. Maybe we can cut a snippet of this particular episode wherein you mentioned about how the use case of this particular cybercrime that has impacted a minor. We should be able to say, what, this is how you should be able to uh, reach out to somebody, right? And
Yes.
thank you. That answers the question perfectly. How are we funding this project? Because in full transparency, right?
Yeah, I would like to answer that, and this would be the answer to all of those audience whom you said that they have to pay the bill and currents and all,
Yes, yes.
and God is not going to give them anything, right? So
Yeah.
we made this app in 2023,
Mhm.
and like whatever we have earned or whatever we had, like my husband also supported and all, like we got support and all. We invested huge sum, but at that time we had, and
Okay.
then we put everything in that app.
Okay.
So we are not coming from the technical background. So I am from history background, and she is not on technical side of IIT. She has done IT and all. So we were not knowing, what I thought, that like Facebook, when we I designed this app and we outsourced to the work of building this app to a company of Bangalore. We were not thinking. We thought that like Facebook, everyone can use it, and then there is no bill and nothing. We just made it with whatever we had. And then that would be there in the open market, and anyone can use.
Yeah.
We are not charging anything at all, and we don't
Yeah.
want to make any money. And many people will just join it for free, as we do with this Big Basket and Facebook and
Correct.
all.
Yes. Yes.
So I had this idea, so, and she wasn't also having this idea. And then of course my husband was having, but he didn't tell. We didn't discuss that much with him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we built this app, and then we start playing in his Play Store, and people started downloading in. And then suddenly the company started sending us the bills of like 50,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh. And then what's happening? What is this bill for? See that the more user will use the bill
It
will
was the AWS
and Play
Yes.
Store.
Yes.
We were not having an idea. And as I told you that we work for God. We don't work. We didn't want anything, and we
Yeah.
didn't want कि अगर हमने इतना पैसा लगाया तो हमें मिलना चाहिए. We first of all we got rid of all the desires of worldly desires of proving ourselves or doing anything, and that too for
Correct.
the society also, because we know that we are too small. The
Yeah.
अगर भगवान चाहेगा तो एक पल में पूरी दुनिया में क्या नहीं सोने की बारिश कर सकता है, राई को पहाड़. We stopped this app
Yeah.
because
Mm.
after some point we were not able to pay the bill of like monthly 2 lakh 3 lakhs and all. That was huge for us. So we did not then we but we were continuously working on grassroots level. So I was not there, but we were there, and we were
Okay.
just supposed to go there and talk to them. That's it. and solve their problems with whatever means we have.
So we did
Yes.
lots of grassroots
Level and all, and suddenly we were like I was delivering a speech somewhere and all, and few peoples, they were listening me from corner, and it was a huge gathering, and it was in Lucknow, and then suddenly one person came and he introduced himself to me. He said that he has worked in he is IIT IIM, and he has worked in America for 20 years with a very prestigious bank and all, a profound background when it comes to technology and all, and now he's working for the Adivasi of Bastar. And he said that I heard about your app, and you said that because of money you're not able to run it. But in my experience, he said that to me, that
Yes.
according to my experience, when you want to do something, you don't need any money. And I don't know why your app is not running. I told her, or I told him that, see, this is the huge bill and all, and I wasn't not able to meet and pay
Right.
those huge bills of lakhs. So he
Right.
said that you don't need, and give me your app and all. And after
Okay.
10 days, he came to meet me in Hyderabad, and he has team of 5 people, 5 or 6 people. They're working from France, they're working from Germany, they're working from Bhopal and all, and absolutely free they're running our app. And they
Amazing.
said that you don't need any money, and you never need any money for this app.
So that is how divine interventions happen when you just leave everything to God, because it's a God show. Sheep
Yeah.
Power app, if we have, Parikshit, when we were talking about attachment and detachment at the beginning, so this is the attachment. See, we have created this app. This is our product, right?
Yes.
If we are attached to it, we would feel, oh, we have invested so much, now it is not running, what next? But
Okay.
we were not attached to it. We left it at that point of time, and we continued with grassroots level movements. We started, we collaborated with colleges, we collaborated with hospitals, we started grassroots level movements in Hyderabad. We conducted so many health camps, we conducted so many seminars in colleges. Because of that, so many young girls know whom to approach in case of
Yes.
emergency. So many bastis in underprivileged communities know whom to contact when they need healthcare support. So all that, now we feel that only God could do it, to stop our app so that we can reach out to these minorities and help them out in knowing what She Power is doing.
And
Okay.
that, as if that was not enough, right? Because that's not the only answer of your audience, that bill kahan se, where to pay the bill and all. That was not the answer. Then we got such a great soul on this earth who is working so selflessly and all, and such a spiritual person. For most of the people, he's just a health minister and all. For us, he's the very spiritual soul, and he understood our purpose. And he said that whenever, whatever you need, I am there. And that too not on political level, not on like minister
Personal
level,
capacity.
very very spiritual level.
Spiritual level.
He said that I am there as the spiritual person,
Yes.
and I will do whatever would be needing. I said that, see, I cannot decide. No one can decide. It would be decided by God, that when and for what people would be needing. It's like you are also here, of course, with divine intervention. I don't know
I think so.
who would be listening to this podcast and from where. And they will
Yes.
also come forward that we also want to become the part of this big drama.
I think so. I think that's exactly what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah.
So I think you're talking about the Telangana health minister, right?
Yes, Mr. Damodar
Raju Narasimha, yes. See, we have membership options. So many men, not just women, and we have that special page as
Champions of the
cause, and they are all men.
She Power, they are more than happy to
Yes,
pay
so
the
they are
membership fee.
our Instagram connections. They watch us on Instagram.
They
They watch
volunteer
us on
money also.
YouTube.
Everywhere
And they are like, we want to be the member of She Power. We want to be allies. Let us know how we can help. We cannot log into She Power app, but we want to support this cause because we have our mothers, our sisters who have been suffering. And
Yes.
for them, we are here to be allies of She Power. So many men are, helping us, and they are the big support system for us.
Yeah, that is the Shiva and the Shakti coming together.
Yes,
Shiva and Shakti coming together.
Yes.
Definitely.
How much of the turmoil that the women are actually facing is connected to money? Do you feel like, is it mainly because they're coming from, let's say, lower middle class or middle class backgrounds, that the women are bearing the brunt of this particular oppression, because the family itself is in turmoil, because they're not able to meet their financial obligations, they're not able to pay for their children's fees, and the men and women, they're not, like, they're stretched, right? They're unable to make ends meet. Could money be the problem of this particular problem we are seeing?
Parikshit, I am glad that you asked this question, but you, in the beginning, you have answered that also when you started having quotations from Gita. So
Yes.
when it comes to Gita, the fight was over Rajya and
Correct.
over the injustice against Draupadi, and of course,
Yes.
money was involved.
Yes.
Rajya was involved, land was involved, everything was involved.
Dhanam moolam idam jagat.
Yes, yes, right, and the suppression of women, everything was involved, which we can understand in today's time also. When there is any fight, if it is a fight over money, if it is a fight over anything selfish, it is wrong. No law, no constitution, however good is, can save you from your soul, because the intention is wrong.
Yes.
And when it comes to when you are fighting, fight is inevitable in every yuga, in every era. When you fight for the justice, because this is something right to fight, because this is something for greater good, because a woman is fighting so that other women cannot have injustice in the hands of in-laws or family or anything, not because she only should get justice. When you actually join the greater good with your purpose, with the purpose of your fighting, only then all the laws, all the constitutional laws, all the everything, every rule can be justified. And if you are doing it only for your fulfilling your selfishness, and there is no greater cause, and you are not up to that, you did not reach to that understanding, that your fight is not your fight alone, and if it is still your fight for to bring justice to you, then I think all laws and everything is like puppet in the hands of those people who wants to mold the system for their benefit. And
So are you saying that it is in fact money driven, and every household is playing Mahabharata in itself? Is that what's happening?
as I told you, fight in every era, in every family, in everywhere, in every man's life, that is inevitable.
Correct.
The intention behind, why are you fighting with your own brother? Why are you fighting with your own husband and wife? Why are you fighting with anyone? What is the intention behind it? Takes
Yeah.
you.
No, I mean, it's basically like I'm trying to understand. I understand that it may be money, but is that what you are seeing also? I'm trying to correlate. Is that really the cause? So, for example, some may say, oh yeah, they're pretty well off, and it's not like it's the case, right? Even the pretty well off people are also, struggling with these kinds of things. It's not that oppression only happens of the poor women, and I'm sure there's oppression happening in the higher echelons as well. So, in that, do you have any from the work that you've done, your father has done from the past 40 years? Is there like a trend that you see? Like, these are the kinds of families that are typically impacted by this particular uh, just phenomenon in that sense.
No, I can give a few examples when it comes to grassroots women, right? So we made a video also. So there is like molestation happening. Okay, small girl, small ladies. Okay, anything happen, like it's a rape is happening. If a rape is happened to a 30-year-old, 24, like 20-year-old, after 1 month they are okay. If right, say there is nothing like unka haath pair nahi toota, nothing has happened. Like, so people there in their village, they tell them that move on, go on, faisla kar lo, don't need to take it further. Right, so it's a norm in the villages of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar and all, that for the sake of family, just get the compromise, get 10,000, 20,000 from the person. They just they just made any mistake and all, and you keep going on with your life, get married, or if you want, you can get married with the same person also. Right, so now what is this? So this is the abuse of law on the name of peace. Right, and now here, so and after, and it happened in so many cases. It's not I will not say that this is some exceptional law, that person got married with the women who raped her earlier, they are having children also. I personally know many of these cases.
Also believe कि justice तो परम धर्म है. If you are fighting for justice, then you are on the correct path. If you have your own personal goals and personal मतलब क्या आपके personal कुछ intentions हैं, then you will get into that जो system है उसके puppet बन के रह जाओगे. So there is then no way out. So you are also becoming the part of the same system जहाँ पर fight सिर्फ personal goals, personal achievements और personal उसके लिए हो रही है. मतलब there's intention is
Even if
wrong.
somebody wants Apurvaji, even if somebody wants to, how can they fight the system? They're a single person.
Like even
I
if
mean,
they want to
even if
fight
you
for
want to fight
justice.
the system,
Can
yeah,
I can I share a small story? It's very powerful
yes,
and it
yes,
always
yes,
inspires me.
yes,
It's a
ma'am.
very
Yes.
small story.
No, no,
So
we have
the
to
uh,
continue. Yeah.
so there was a big forest, or there was a fire in that forest, a big huge fire, and all the animals they were running away and all. And then a small bird was there. She was bringing one or two drops of water and she was putting that water into that forest. And then one big animal, he mocked her that "Ki, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. Would you be able to um, extinguish that fire with this small thing?" So he said, "No, I know that I will not be able to do anything, but I know when the story would be written, my name would be there, that she tries, that she tried. That's it." So it always inspires me. I know that I may not change anything, not a single thing on this earth, but there should be written on my name that she tried. She tried honestly.
Because the genders, on one hand, they're being pulled apart, for political reasons. We know this, and as you saw the 33% reservation thing play out just recently, they're being pulled apart, so that way they can be used against each other, right? Because why not? Right? Every other social group is organizing into a voting bloc. Why not women? And that was the point of this, right? Because once you start seeing that, that a major chunk of women, ultimately, very soon we'll be able to see that, you know there can be like no male in politics except after somebody who the women allow, right? Because it's massive. Because as somebody who has experienced the system very closely, can tell you that that was going to be a game changer for policy. And once women do end up coming into power, they're going to make sure that the policies are not going to be abused. Especially, forget about other policies, but especially those related to women are going to be corrected and done so with good intentions, as you put it. Right? So those are going to be addressed, right? I think that was going to happen. But with that said, we have very corrupt people in charge of the system, and I don't think it will happen. Even if it does happen, I don't think it will happen rightly. The women that do end up coming may just be the wives of those who are already in power. So it's all those things, So they're once again going to be not representative of the women folk as they should be. They will just be representative of the powers that be. So in that context, so we have to really work outside the system, and I think that's what you are trying to do also. Because if you're dependent on the system, you already know that it's not working. So, and you are bringing a network, and I think that's what it is. It's a network of women, who are coming together to be able to look out for one another and help each other out. And projects like yours are like the ray of hope, to be able to like say, what, women, let's come together. I don't have to, I cannot connect with my own family, but that's okay. This Alpana ji and Apurva ji, have built something for us. We should be able to leverage that platform, reach out, not only in case of oppression, but to be able to build ourselves up, to be able to build businesses, to be able to network and make something of themselves in that context. So I'm sure, those will all come up as the project starts to gain traction, among women. And and that's really what I hope, and right. Thank you so much, Alpana ji and Apurva ji. Thank you so much for joining with us today on the Unscripted episode. And it was really great to hear, your backgrounds, to hear your story, and how this actually ended up coming into a real life solution, becoming into a real life solution that can help women, in everyday life of theirs. So I would like to ask you your case for how She Power can really help and can be that catalyst for change and be that useful solution that is really needed for the society. Alpana ji, we can start with you. Thank you.
So she power, as we have already experienced that if women are courageous enough to take the charge of day-to-day life of their family and around of their village or their cities or their country, I think the change would be incredible. And what our women are doing to do, we are selfless creature because we are mothers. Mother is a selfless creature, and only mother knows what is the meaning of unconditional love. And in our heart, and those women also who are working as leaders now without having any ambition or be it political or any other thing, they are working so that they can bring positive change in the coming generation, because they could make this earth a better place for their children. This is the only thing we all are working as women, as mothers, as sisters, as daughters. That see whatever we can change in this on this earth to make it a better place so that our daughters, our children can have a better life experience on this earth. I think that is the motto behind I am doing. And when I goes to these women, when I tell them this idea moves them more than anything. कि, okay, now we are working for our children and we'll move mountains, we will cross oceans to bring that positive change on earth so that our next generation, our daughters can be happy. And she's so safe, so free. And that's kind of environment I want to make to every daughter on this earth. That is my motto behind whatever I'm doing. And that is the motivation behind making this She Power Up movement also.
And thank you so much for doing it. We can see what's going to happen from this. This is going to be a phenomenon. This is going to be a movement, as you said it. And I hope it definitely lives up to
Thank
all
you. Thank you for your best wishes. And you also want to say?
Yes. So, like Alpna rightly said, she has I think included everything because that's a vision behind She Power that she visualized, and she came up with that vision, mission, and idea how She Power should be created. So, as a saying that if you educate or bring awareness to a man, the man is educated. If you aware and educate a woman, the entire society, the entire home is educated, and the entire generation is educated. So what we are trying to do through She Power is we are bringing awareness to women. So we are educating women. We are not just women of marginalized communities, not just in villages, but in cities also. So we are creating an ecosystem. It's an ecosystem. She Power is an ecosystem. It is not an NGO. It is not just an organization. It is an ecosystem which we have created for women, where whatever she needs, considering all the needs of women, all the necessities of women, we have considered everything to make her independent, fearless, courageous,
Flourishing.
aware, and she should flourish, no strings attached, so no fears attached. She should be unlimited. She should touch the sky and beyond. So that is our motto behind creating She Power. That is why we are bringing not just skill development, not just safety, not just social engagement, not just counseling, but also the readiness for the jobs we are bringing is also. So self defense also. So we want to uh, prepare a woman for the coming generation, prepare women for the new world that is going to be formed, where women would be powerful, women would be the torch bearer, and she should recognize, because as we also feel ki you cannot empower women. It's a wrong word, empowering women. You cannot empower women. You can ignite the power within her. So power is in every human being, not just women. All men and women, they have that power, but we need to ignite. So through She Power, we are igniting that power in women, and hopefully through this She Power project we would be able to.
And with the help of this podcast,
Yes.
we could reach to many people and women to support us and to know about us and to
And we
have the
will.
same courage and vision like
Yes.
we are having. Only then it will be turned into a movement if every woman who is listening to this podcast will feel the same vision and dream about the world.
And I think that's the first thing that will happen is first it'll ignite in every woman that they have an ecosystem to support them,
Yes,
as you put it. Yeah,
exactly.
and very soon it will turn into a movement, ma'am. And I hope Master will, guide you along even further and further. And there should not be a woman in Bharat or anywhere else in the world, for that matter, that she feels that she's alone, or that she feels like she has no support system. And frankly, we are all like the family unit. Once it starts to see its true value, that is unbounded by the daily struggles that we are unfortunately being put into.
Yes.
Yes, so once it can see past that, I think women can flourish, and because women are flourishing, the families will flourish,
Yes.
the children will flourish, and the good days will be upon us, right?
Definitely. We say Amin to that.
Yes, I'm into that.
Once again, so on that high note, we would like to close this episode for today. And like I said, thank you once again for
Thank
joining.
you.